Vamos a hacer otra misión legendaria de Venti Carmen de... Puedo bloquearla. Vamos allá. Y vamos a ver.
Hey, look over there. She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else.
Yo creo que tiene un poco de problema. Está hablando como solo la niña. Ah, bueno, sí. Un amigo imaginario, quiere decir ella. Imaginario. Sí, Paimon, un amigo imaginario.
Because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa.
Elegante Lisa.
For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
¿Sumeru?
Dangerous?
Un monóculo equipado con una especie de detector. A mí me parece un monóculo normal.
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called a Nernama detector. Sadly,
Nernama.
Lisa isn't able to
Qué
use it
extraño.
herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh?
A ver.
Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What did...
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Se ve. Se ve el amigo imaginario.
So it does work for you too.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's. Alright then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground.
Atrapado en una tierra sin viento. Ahí vamos, comenzamos con la misión. El secreto de la instancia ve a Flora. A ver. ¿Dónde? Allá abajo. Vamos para allá. Uy. ¿Qué? El amigo imaginario de Flora es un floaty. En serio.
Imaginary friends can be plants now.
Yoy. ¿Qué pasó? Pero tú no vas a venir para acá, ¿eh?
Hi, traveler. Hi, Bart.
Hola, Bardo. ¿Puedo hacerte una pregunta? Bueno.
Sure. How can I help? Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Cuidadito, Joy.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together.
Isn't that called being blown away?
Aquí está la pequeña Croy.
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this. I think his name was Stanley.
Conozco a Stanley.
Stanley's an adventurer.
Stanley es un aventurero.
And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley.
Las increíbles aventuras de Stanley son súper famosas en Monstruos.
He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
A ver. Secreto de la infancia. Ve a Timmy. Timmy no es el chico que está... A ver. Sí, el que está cuidando las palomas. No sé cuántas veces le he matado toda la paloma al pobre Timmy. Ahora aquí. Él siempre está cuidando las palomas. Imagino que su amigo imaginario también una paloma gigante. ¿Qué? ¿Un guardián?
No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard?
No creo lo que veo en mis ojos.
Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line?
¿Paimon tiene una frase preferida? Sí, la de explorar el área de frente más tarde.
Seriously? Oh, alright then.
¿Qué pasa? Está durmiendo todavía.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Chloe. Cleo anda buscando. Cleo anda buscando su Mai. Ay, secreto de la infancia. Ve a los adultos
Is that why
en las
people
tabernas.
pick up all kinds
También
of
los adultos van a
imaginary
tener
friends?
amigo imaginario también. Vamos allá.
Isn't it?
The thing about wine is,
La gracia de beber vino es que tienes que beberlo en la taberna, o si no te pierdes la mitad de la diversión.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
Ok.
if I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then?
Throw you out?
Lanzarte.
You know, the same way you threw out father's
Esto
legacy.
siempre se está
I see
matando.
no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part.
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master D-Luke, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
A ver. No tienen amigo imaginario. Son adultos. Eso fue lo que yo pensé de un principio.
Seems our suspicions were right.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
Parece que los adultos son iguales en todos lados.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up?
No creo que sea así.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check.
Secreto de la infancia. Ve a
How
Eileen.
about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some
Vamos para
imagination
allá.
left, don't you think?
Chica del entrenamiento. Mira. Tiene amigo imaginario, Jean. O sea,
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? So she's so determined to become a knight that she... Okay, that's kind of weird.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
acechándote.
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me... Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean,
Porque quiero ser una
obviously, I wanna
caballera
become a
y
knight.
si tengo que ir a una aventura con Jean, pues mejor aún.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Bueno, no. Ojalá y tenga éxito.
Thanks. I was thinking, it's not every
Todos
day
los
I get
días
to
por
hang out
disfrutar
with
de la
the
compañía del
honorary
poder.
knight. Would you join me for some sword?
Claro, no hay ningún problema.
How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Shame. Didn't make.
Ok, ahora sí.
How can I smash all these
Ahora sí,
training
lo
dummies
destruyo
at
todo al mismo
once?
tiempo.
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
Cónchale, ¿qué? Hablamos con Ellie.
Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I for one, think you're quite the pro at this all.
Well,
Entrenar me
I'm
cansa, así que
exhausted
creo que
from
necesito
training,
trabajar
so
en mis
clearly
habilidades
my
físicas,
fitness needs some
pero algún
work.
día aplastaré a todos los
I'll
maniquís de
smash all
monstruo.
the-
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it,
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me?
Jack,
He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. If I'm
Bla,
not
bla, bla,
mistaken,
sí.
you should find him at the Temple of
En
the
el
Lion.
Templo de la Leona,
He's
bueno, vamos para allá.
A truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all. Great.
Ok, vamos a entregarle el mensaje al señorito este. Y tenemos Viento del Sur. Dirígete al Templo de la Leona. Bueno, vamos para allá. Templo de la Leona, aquí te tengo de frente.
Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident.
Ajá.
Seems like it's now a hot spot for
Estamos usando el VENTI.
adventurers. That can only
Perfecto.
mean one thing.
Creo que no lo hubiera usado
We
antes.
didn't bag all the loot
No.
last time.
No lo hubiera...
Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry, allow me. Those who wander in the dust,
Un
the
éxito
wind shall send soaring
20, ¿eh?
sky high.
Es un éxito 20, ¿eh? Puedes crear tu propia ola de viento y puedes... A ver... Portar aquí. A ver, no me recuerdo que lo hubiera usado antes. A ver. Ok.
Brace yourselves.
Eso. Bien, bien, bien. Se abre la puertita y vamos allá.
Here we go.
Eso. Y la útil.
Either way,
Eso. Durísimo. Me sorprende mucho el nivel de daño que hace Venti.
Are those guys?
time for takeoff.
Acá. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Ahí.
By royal decree, access denied.
Venga ahí. Ya duro. Y finalizamos con el mago. Buena, ¿eh? Aquí está Stanley y Jack. Pensé que los dos eran imaginarios. Pero no. Son de carne y puro hueso.
I was so sure I was about to die.
En serio.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yep.
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together.
Oh, I see. I feel bad yet.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was...
Whoa! You are Stanley? You were that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
the very same.
En persona.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then,
Entonces,
how would
¿cuál es el
everyone like
plan?
to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley. In which case, I head back now.
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's
Vamos a seguir
get
adelante. A ver, supongo completar el desafío del dominio.
Am I right?
No,
ver.
we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Ok.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Already. Ugh. Stop name dropping yourself every time you open your mouth.
Bueno, imagino esto.
Stanley is the most amazing guy.
No, debí utilizar el viento a su totalidad.
Jack will listen, won't you?
Ahora sí.
You and your partner reached the Mer Javari, a famous, terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely.
Puerta abierta.
There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mer Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool ripped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him.
Ya. ¡Ah!
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, I alone was able to set foot on home ground.
¿En serio?
With the gentle breeze carried away the
¿La más falta de
tears
solo?
up in my eyes.
Pues Stanley no se calla.
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer is proudest
Estamos ahí, seguimos avanzando. A ver, no cofre por ningún otro lado. Ah, mira esto.
But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to
Muy
Mondstadt.
bien.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions.
Oh.
Like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley
Oh, no.
thinks the Mer Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Uno menos. Uno menos. Nos vamos a llevar este ahora. Por si acá. A ver.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery.
A ver, ¿qué
Can I ask you
viste?
to use the Nernama detector once more?
Mierda, el amigo del imaginario de él es el mismo joven. O toda la historia que él cuenta es una habladuría.
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot. You know, you're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea.
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving.
Bye, Stanley.
Esa es mi comida. No, mamá, me la pido. Coño, no me siempre me está dando mi comida.
Adiós, Stanley. A ver.
Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited. And my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it because my reasons are so selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Vamos a ayudarle.
You coming too?
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage.
Dada Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
El diablo. Venti por Romo vende el alma. Este es un hablador. El Jack este. O Stanley, ¿no? A ver, desafío completado. Nueva misión. Busca la espada del valor fulgurante. A ver, me voy a ir sin el cofre, espérate. Y ahí la continuamos. Vamos. Ahí dentro, sí. Ahí la veo.
Hey, that bunch of hilichurls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of nicknames? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the sword of brilliant valor, surely.
Por ley esta tiene que ser la espada.
Odds reveal that. But that's gonna hurt in the morning. Everybody stand clear, they never miss. Take cover.
Vamos, vamos. A dormir.
Access denied. Correx lapis.
Vamos, vamos. Ey, no le da para nada, ¿verdad? O sea que... Bien, ahí tenemos la espada.
Lo and behold, the sword of brilliant valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic.
En verdad parece una espada
Why
cualquiera.
would hilichurls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hill.
This is in terrible shape. And it's so basic,
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an animo crystal fly? They're found if you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background.
Vaya labia tiene el
Dire
bardo.
straits. Valor.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the sword of brilliant valor.
So, we got our sword. Let's scout around.
There's somebody there.
O el hablador.
Stanley?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those...
What? Where?
Maybe another time.
El hablador está preparando la escena para que crean que eso del escudo y la espada existe. Qué habladorazo. A ver, allá vamos.
Lo and behold,
En serio, es
shield
el...
of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride. Surely an intact shield is what though the soldiers
El más hablador, Venti, el diablo.
Still they fight till
Una
the very
habladuría
end,
que está diciendo
till they
ahí.
have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning
El
of
nivel de
honor?
elocuencia está al máximo nivel, yo creo que sí.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't... Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just...
Vamos a preguntarle entonces.
Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilichurl?
Lala.
Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilichurlium by now. If not, there's always body language.
Ok.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Ok, cada vez se pone peor.
He did not seem to appreciate that.
What?
Ahí le gustó, ahí le gustó.
Seems cheerful enough. Oh no.
Ok, que se quilló como quiera.
No touching.
Hey, he dropped the shield of magnificent honor and
El gran escudo.
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
En serio.
Hey, wait! The wine! You promised! What are you doing here, Stanley?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bart?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll.
El hablador está ahí.
I'm starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
El hablador.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out there. I'll get back to my,
A correr, hablador.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away.
Imagínate cómo va a tener la conciencia tranquila de tanta mentira que dice.
Someone who can't let go of the past. I wonder if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future.
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Ok. Pedacito completado. Ahora atrapado en una tierra sin viento. Esperar a que anochezca. De 18 a 23. Ok. Y... Ok, no quiero ver eso. Vamos a entrar. Voy a añadirle la música del juego, que se la quité ahorita porque escuchaba música. Bueno, aquí tenemos al señor Diluc. Siéntate al lado de Stanley. Ok.
Tell me, Stan.
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name? Could there be another person called Stanley?
Bueno, él
Oh, Stan.
él mismo.
It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner. Not the real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
El amigo imaginario es el verdadero Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is...
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lived. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley.
El hablador.
I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Oh, y él sabe que lo estamos echando, el hablador.
Yikes! We're busted.
Atrapado. Intenta hablar con Stanley.
Go away. Save your questions.
But
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I...
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and...
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, we'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Sí, en esa historia ese tipo no se
Stanley's
inspira.
really fond of that kid, don't you?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my
Y no le vamos a decir que tú eres un hablador.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now. I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star.
you're not a total fraud.
Stories, experiences. What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all. And my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Ya solo le queda su amigo imaginario, eso es cierto. Pobre hombre, la culpa lo estaba asfixiando toda su vida. Bueno. Creo que eso sí.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way.
Hans Archibald.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down, but I think that I'm good.
No, espero que se sienta mejor ahora.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course,
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine. I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Se la va a pedir la botella. Ya que no se la dieron, se la va a pedir.
Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! Oh, hey!
Donde siempre lo encontramos. ¿Dónde carajo es? Busque el lugar habitual. Vamos allá. Ya llegué, mi jefe. ¿Qué es lo que dice Venti?
You made it.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right?
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decorabian, God of Storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley.
Mierda.
In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return.
El diablo.
The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently.
Está duro eso.
A despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon.
Mierda.
Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
Qué heavy.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
¿En la historia sabe que murió?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing Paimon. Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for
Porque
apples.
murió.
Getting a little...
Paimon's had it up to here.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take back to a song that I first heard from him.
A ver, va a tocar la canción.
Fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Buenísima misión. Mi jefe. Hablamos después.